What's up, everybody? It's Kelsee Briana J here with a video on the Battle of the Glow Mists. So there's been a recent surge of glow mists on the market, so I figure why not do a battle? It's the perfect timing, and I wanted to put these products head to head to see which one prevails. There's so many different glow mists on the market, and spring is the perfect time to get that perfect glow. The products that we're going to be testing are the Hallberg H2Glow Mist, which is the one that I'm testing out today, the Farsali Rose Gold Skin Mist, the Glow Recipe Watermelon Glow Ultra Fine Mist, the BECCA Skin Love Glow Shield Prime and Set Mist, and lastly, the Anastasia Beverly Hills Dewy Set Spray. So all of these mists have different ingredients and different claims, but the overall premise of them is to make your skin glow. So I'm definitely going to be exploring each mist. So I do my testing on these products over a series of 5 days, and each day I'm gonna explore each spray. So I have a series of components that I go through. I'm gonna go ahead and read it off to you guys. So the first thing that we talk about is the brand, then we talk about the price, the amount of products in the bottle, and I tell you guys the key claims, the ingredients, and the smell. So after I tell you guys that information, then I go into the rating process. So the first category is the mister. Yes, these sprays are getting rated on a mister because, truth be told, that can make or break a good spray. So a spray can either score a 1, 2, or 3. They can get a 1 for poor quality / terrible mister. A 2 is that it's average, it's okay, it gets the job done, it's not bad, it's not good, it's just a normal mister. And in order to get a 3, that means that mister is exceptional. It's very fine. It's going to give you a very even coating of the product. It's not aggressive. There's no big droplets of the mist on your face. And I preferably would like all of my mists to fit into that category. The next category is, how does my skin look? Just look in the mirror and see how does it look on a scale of 1, 2, or 3. 1 is going to be that my skin looks very dry after spraying this mist, or it looks very oily. A score of a 2 will mean it looks average. It looks kind of like how it looks before, nothing spectacular. And a score of a 3 means it looks dewy and glowy. Not oily, but dewy and glowy. And so then we move on to the next category, which is, how does my skin feel? Again, you can either score a 1, 2, or 3. A 1 is that my skin feels dried out or it feels super oily. A 2 would be average. If I didn't spray it, my skin would feel the same way. So if I feel that way, it's not necessary to add on an extra step. So you get a 2 for that. And a 3 means my skin feels hydrated, or it feels amazing, it feels very nice, or it feels weightless. So after I do the initial scoring, then I wear the products around for the next 6 hours, and I do 2-hour check-ins. So every 2 hours I check in with you guys to let you guys see the update of everything, how it's wearing. So then I come back at the end of the night and I do the last 2 categories, which 2 of these questions are questions that I asked in the initial scoring. But the reason why I asked them again is because my thoughts may have changed after wearing it around for 6 hours. So the fourth category after 6 hours is, again, how does my skin look? It could be 1 for dry or very oily, a 2 for just okay / average, or it could be a 3 for very good / glowy. And the last category is, how does my skin feel? So after 6 hours, I then reassess how my skin feels. It can get a 1 for dry or dehydrated feeling, a 2 for oily, or a 3 for normal with a slight glow, because I'm a realist. I know that I have combination skin. So my skin looking the exact way as it did when I applied foundation and all these products 6 hours ago is unrealistic. As long as it doesn't look overly oily and it looks glowy, it can get a 3. But then at the end of the night, I add this all up and I divide it by 5, which is the number of categories, and that is how I get the score for each spray. So in order to keep the testing as even as possible, all of the sprays go through the same process. I also use the same base products every single day. I took it as far as to use the same skincare too. So I use the same face wash, which is the Crave Wild Rose Foaming Cream Cleanser, the same moisturizer, which is the Dr. Dennis Gross Alpha Beta Exfoliating Moisturizer, the same eye cream, which is the Laneige Eye Sleeping Mask. The primer that I use every day is the Tatcha the Silk Canvas. I use the same foundation, which is the Lancome Tint Idole Ultra Wear Foundation. My daily concealer is the Milani Conceal Plus Perfect Concealer. Lastly, I use the the same powders to set every day. My under eye setting powder is the Huda Beauty Easy Bake Powder in the color Banana Bread. And my all over powder is the MAC Mineralized Skin Finish in medium golden. So I wanted to keep things as consistent as possible. So the only things that really changed were my color products. So like my eyeshadow, blush, lip products, and things like that. Let's go ahead and jump into it and we'll see which one prevails. So the mist that we're trying today is by the brand Linda Hallberg, and this is the H2Glow Mist. So if you order this mist on Linda Hallberg's website, it's $25, or if you order it on Beauty Bay, it's $26. If you order from Linda Hallberg's website, it is coming from overseas. Beauty Bay, I don't know if it's coming from overseas or not, but they do offer free shipping if you spend over $50. Also, I don't know how much product is in this bottle simply because it's not stated here clearly to me. It may be stated at the top, but I don't know what these numbers mean. It's not any fluid ounces or milliliters on here, so I'm not sure of that information. But the key claims of this mist say that it is the finest and cloudiest glow mist you've ever tried, and its composition and instant result will make you wonder how you've ever been without. If you're ever looking for an instant kiss of hydration and healthy non-greasy glow, this product is for you. So some of the ingredients that are in this mist are as follows: squalene and antioxidants, and it says that it has soothing properties that give you an instant glow boost and deeply hydrates your skin at the same time. It doesn't really smell like anything. So now let's jump into the demo. I'll show you guys this product in action, and then we'll use the scoring system to rate it. So let's shake up our glow mist, and I'm gonna do my 4 sprays. I feel like that did not touch my face. Whoa. I sprayed out kind of wonky. It left 2 streaks on my face. That sprayed out really weird, but let's go ahead and rate this. So as far as the mister on this mist, I'm gonna rate this a 1 simply because when I sprayed it out, it kind of separated and did something weird, and then it sprayed like very intensely in a certain area, and I don't feel like it evenly coated the face. Next, how does my skin look? I'm going to rate this a 2. I feel like my skin looks average. I feel like my skin more or less looked the same way before I applied this product. I feel like this product left splotches in certain areas on my face, but I was able to rub it out with my fingers and you don't see that. So I'm not gonna say that I feel like this just left a big impact. Next, how does my skin feel? Again, a 2. It feels the same way that it did before I used the mist. I don't feel any difference. Now I'm gonna wear this product for the next 6 hours. I will do check-ins every 2 hours to show you guys the update on how my makeup is wearing. I may have gotten more products on my face than I actually knew, so we'll see how my makeup wears, and I will come back at the end of the night and give you guys my final score. It's been 2 hours. I'm ready to come back and give you guys an update. So far, I think my makeup looks pretty much the same as it did 2 hours ago. There's not a difference in the amount of oil that I have on my face. I almost think my skin looks a little bit drier than it should. But in 2 more hours, I'm almost for certain that I am going to get that T-zone oil that's going to break through just because it typically does. But I'll be back in 2 more hours to let you guys see the update. All right, guys, so I am back for my 4-hour check-in. It is, whoa. My work area is a hot mess. I really need to clean up so bad. You all don't even know. I think my skin looks okay. I have it in my trays if I'm talking funny. But right here in the T-zone area, the oils have broken through a little bit as predicted. I already knew it was gonna do that. But I think that the rest of my skin overall looks kind of dry. And that's shocking simply because my skin typically looks a little bit dewier than this. This foundation is very mattifying, and so the glowy spray really helps to counteract that. But I feel like this spray didn't really do anything so far. I feel like that's because the mister really didn't evenly coat the face. So I think that is the result of that. But I will come back in 2 more hours and give you guys my final results. But as of right now, today is Sunday. I'm about to go watch Game of Thrones. And so when I come back, I will be 1 Game of Thrones episode down. And I'm already sad because we don't get that many. So I'll see you guys in 2 more hours. Alright guys, so I am back and it has been 6 hours. So now let's do our final check-in. So after 6 hours, let's now see how my skin looks. I'm gonna rate it a 2. I think it looks just okay. Like I clearly have a little bit of oil breaking through on my forehead, but overall, I'm not overly impressed with how it looks. I don't feel like I have that glow. And how does my skin look after the 6 hours? I'm going to rate it a 1. I don't know that if my opinion on this mist would change if the sprayer wasn't messed up. But since it is, and I have to keep it fair across all of the other mists, that's going to be my verdict for now. So the final score for this mist is here. So the mist that we are trying today is by the brand Farsali, and this one is called the Rose Gold 24 Karat Skin Mist. This mist retails for $39. This has 1.7 ounces or 50 milliliters of products in there. As you guys can see, it is in a very tall, slender bottle. So as you guys can see in the bottle, it looks like gold flecks that are swarming in this mist. It's fun to play with this like a snow globe. So let me read you guys some of the key claims of this mist. It says that this is a 4-in-1 wonder for all skin types, infused with gold flakes and rose hip seed oil for a hydrating, alcohol-free mist. It says that this mist helps with dryness, dullness, and uneven texture, and loss of firmness and elasticity. And this does have a citrusy smell. Very fruity. It has citrus acid in here, and you can definitely smell that acidity in it. But it smells fresh, so I like the smell. Let's go ahead and mist it. So I took off my earrings, and I'm going to shake this up very well. Middle first. Side. Other side. Bottom. Not too shabby. Now let's go in with our initial rating. So as far as the mister or the spray nozzle, I'm going to say that this one is a 2. It's pretty average. It's not going to spray it out very lightly, but yet it's not going to spray and douse your entire face at one time. How does my skin look? I'm going to give it a 3. Initially, I'm feeling this. It's giving me a nice dewy, glowy look. How does my skin feel? I'm going to give it a 2. It feels kind of average, but I can kind of feel it on my skin a little bit, almost like I can feel where the droplets landed, almost like it hasn't totally just settled yet. So I'm gonna wear my makeup around for the next 6 hours and do 2-hour check-ins. It's pretty late right now. It is actually 6 o'clock, but I will be up until 12 o'clock. I actually have a lot of stuff to do between now and then, so I'll still be able to test it. But I will come back and give you guys updates, and then at the end of the night, I'll come back, give you guys a little bit more insight about it, and then give it its final score. What's up? I'm back to do a quick 2-hour check-in, and I think that my makeup still looks really good. I think that it still looks very glowy. I don't feel overly oily. I mean, I feel like it looks even better than it did when I first applied it. So I'm happy with how everything looks. My lips are gone. I just got through eating some dinner, but I'll check back in 2 more hours, let you guys see the progress. Alright guys, so I am back for my 4th hour check-in. I think my makeup looks pretty dang on good. I think it looks just as good as it did 2 hours ago and 2 hours before that. I mean, I'm not mad at it at all. The only thing is that my eyes just keep flaking up. But that has nothing to do with my complexion. I'm extremely happy with how this is wearing and how it looks. I still feel like I look radiant, even though on the inside, I just want to go to sleep. 2 more hours. I'm actually going to thug out these last 2 hours, and I'm going to edit and get a few things done, and then in 2 more hours I'm going to come back, give you guys my final thoughts and ratings, and I'm going to sleep after that. So I will check you guys in a few. Alright guys, so it has been 6 hours and I am ready to come back, give you guys my final opinion on what my face looks like right now. So now the question is, how does my skin look? I think my skin looks pretty good, so I'm going to give it a 3. I've had a rather eventful day. Like, I've kind of been moving around. My complexion products held up extremely well. I feel like my skin has the perfect amount of glow to it. It looks really good for it to have been on for as long as it has, but even taking away that time, I think that my skin just looks good in general. Like, it's glowy, it looks healthy and radiant, not overly oily, not dry or anything like that. So definitely this spray has earned a 3 today. And the next question is, how does my skin feel? I don't feel anything on my skin. So again, I feel like this spray has warranted the score of a 3, just because I don't feel like I just want to claw my makeup off like I do a lot of times at the end of the day. I'm very pleased with how my makeup looks. So here's the final score for the Farsali spray. Alright guys, so because I forgot to film an intro for this spray, instead of redoing the entire segment, I'm just going to do the intro like this. So today we're trying out the Anastasia Beverly Hills Dewy Set Spray. So this spray retails for $26 and it has 3.4 fluid ounces of product. So some of the key claims of this spray is that it is a water-based formula that goes on weightlessly and leaves skin feeling smooth and refreshed. It says that this finishes makeup and keeps it looking dewy with a radiant glow. It gives the complexion a dewy finish as it helps makeup blend into the skin and not appear powdery. As you guys can see, this is in a glittery bottle. This product is actually not glittery. That is just the bottle. It does not have any shine, any sparkle, or any glitter particles. So as far as the ingredients, there aren't any highlighted for this mist. It has water as the first ingredient, glycerin, butylene glycol, and so on and so forth. It does have fragrance in here, but that is at the end. The smell of this is a coconut vanilla, and I quite enjoy the way that this mist smells. So let's go ahead and jump into the demonstration, and then we will rate this mist together. So let's go ahead and spray. Go in the middle. So now let's talk about this. So as far as the mister, I'm going to give this product a 3. I feel like the mister is wider than average, but it allows you to evenly disperse the product and it covers a lot of ground on my face. And I don't feel like I have to, continuously go all over. I feel like the product just evenly coats the skin, so I'm a fan of it. How does my skin look? Again, I'm going to give this a 3. I feel like my skin looks very glowy, but not oily. I like the way it looks. It looks very hydrated and plump. I like the finish that it gives. How does my skin feel? Again, another 3. My skin feels very hydrated. It feels very amazing. It feels very nourished. It feels weightless, and it doesn't break down the makeup. So I'll be back to do check-ins every 2 hours and show you guys the progress. So I am back with my 4th hour check-in, and I think that my skin is doing the do. I look very dewy, very glowy, healthy, radiant. I like the way that my makeup looks still. So get a good look at how my skin looks at the 4-hour mark. I will be back in 2 more hours, and we can do the final ratings for this spray together. And let's go ahead and do our final check-in. So I think that my makeup looks pretty dang on good. It's pretty humid outside, so I've been like a little bit dewier than I typically am just because we're transitioning from winter to spring. So some days are super hot and then other days it's like, let me put my coat back on. So today was a day where it was kind of in the middle, but my skin was a little bit dewier. So let's go ahead and rate it. So after 6 hours, how does my skin look? I'm going to rate it a 3. I feel like my skin looks very glowy. And after 6 hours, how does my skin feel? I'm also going to rate it a 3. My skin feels very nice. It doesn't feel heavy. It doesn't feel weighed down. It just feels second nature, like I don't have anything on my skin. The overall score for this spray is... So the mist that we're trying today is the Glow Recipe Watermelon Glow Ultra Fine Mist, and this mist retails for $28. This product has 2.53 fluid ounces of product, or 75 milliliters of product, and there's a lot of claims about this mist, so let me summarize it for you. So it says that this is an ultra fine hydrating mist formulated with a juicy blend of 84% watermelon, hyaluronic acid, and hibiscus to refresh skin and enhance makeup. The watermelon is supposed to soothe irritated skin. The hyaluronic acid hydrates skin because it holds up to 1,000 times its weight in moisture. And the hibiscus flower gently smooths the look of texture and softens and hydrates skin for optimal makeup application. So you guys can see the formulation of this mist. It has a line of separation. So you can see that there's some ingredients here and then there's the rest. And then you shake it up and you incorporate it and it fuses to become one darker pink color. But then when you let it sit for like not even 5 minutes, it'll separate back out. So I think that looks really cool. This mist has Sephora's clean seal. So another special tidbit about this is that it has a fog-like mister. It says that the mister is designed for ultimate skin radiance and makeup enhancement. It's supposed to work in conjunction with your makeup and not ruin it by applying too much product. So you guys may have somewhat of an idea about what this is going to smell like based off of the name, and you're right, it does smell like watermelon, but it's a very subtle watermelon scent. It dissipates. This does have that clean seal. seal, and so they say with the clean seal that it has less than 1% of synthetic fragrances, if any at all. So this is a very natural watermelon scent. So if you like the smell of watermelon, or even if you don't, I'm not the biggest watermelon fan. I actually don't like watermelon at all. I still really like this because it's very cooling and refreshing, and I like the way it smells. Let's go ahead and jump into the application, and then after that I will do the initial rating. Of course, I will wear it and then come back and give you guys the final rating at the end of the night. Enjoy. Let's go ahead and shake it and apply it. So as per usual, 4 mists, middle, right, left, down. So let's go ahead and rate this. So as far as the mister slash spray nozzle, I'm definitely going to give this a 3. This mister is so fine. It's so delicate in how it sprays the products, but yet at the same time, I feel it on my skin. I feel the impact that it has, and I feel like it definitely coats the face evenly. So I'm a big fan of how that feels. How does my skin look? Do you all see my skin? I'm gonna rate it a 3. It looks very glowy, very dewy, healthy, radiant. I'm in love with the way my skin looks right now. I think that it looks very beautiful. And lastly, how does my skin feel? Again, a 3. My skin feels amazing. It feels so hydrated and refreshed, and I love it. So I'll be back every 2 hours to give you guys updates. So I'm back from my 2-hour check-in, and I think my makeup looks really pretty and glowy. I think that everything still is beautiful. I don't feel oily. I'll check you guys in 2 more hours. I'm at Hibachi restaurant, and I'm doing my 4-hour check-in. I think my makeup still looks good. Very glowy. Everything is still intact. I think this is like the birthday wall or something at whatever Hibachi restaurant that I'm at. But I will come back when I get home. I'm starving. And people are coming. So I'm about to go eat some rice and get my hibachi on. I'll see you all in 2 more. I am back, and it has been 6 hours, and I am ready to do my final check-in. How does my makeup look after 6 hours? I am going to rate this a 3 because I have been out in the humidity. It's been raining. My face has been rained on. I have been shopping with Mel and puffing all day. I feel like my face got a little bit more wear because of that, and I still think it looks really pretty. And next, how does my skin feel after 6 hours? Again, I'm going to have to rate this a 3. I feel like my skin feels very hydrated. It doesn't feel oily. It doesn't feel disgusting. I barely can tell that I have on makeup, honestly. It's something that I don't even notice. My skin doesn't feel oily. When I touch it, a bit of it does come up, but it does that every day at the end of the day. And overall, I think that my skin looks really nice, very glowy, and it feels weightless still. So the overall score for this mist is here. Okay. So the mist that we're trying today is by BECCA, and this is called the BECCA Skin Love Glow Shield Prime and Set Mist. So this mist retails for $32, and it has 2.3 fluid ounces or 70 milliliters of product. And here's the actual mist. It has an opalescent type bottle. So here are the key claims of this mist. It says BECCA Skin Love Glow Shield Prime and Set Mist is a silky, cloud-like mist that primes, sets, and refreshes. The gentle, superfine mist envelops skin in moisture to help set and refreshen the look of makeup for a long-lasting, fresh look. So there's a lot of ingredients for this list. It says that this mist is infused with refreshing Hawaiian seawater and desert spring water to boost hydration, and goji berry, blueberry extracts, cranberry extracts, and vitamin E to nourish skin. Like all of BECCA's Skin Love products, the treatment-infused formula is fueled by their Glow Nectar Brightening Hydra Complex, a blend of ingredients that help brighten, hydrate, and nourish the skin. So to me, this mist almost smells like cucumber, even though that's not an ingredient that I saw to be listed. It has green tea in it, which I can smell the greenness of it. So now let's jump into the demonstration. You guys can see what my face looks like before I misted it with this mist and what it looks like afterwards. And then I'm going to be wearing it around, of course, and checking back in every 2 hours. So stay tuned. So let's go ahead and shake it. So I'm going to spray 4 times. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so let's go ahead and do the initial rating of the spray. So as far as the mister, I'm going to give it a 3. It is very fine. It mist out very gently, and I like the way that it distributed the spray. How does my skin look? I'm going to give it a 2. It looks average. Slightly glowier, but not a whole lot glowier. How does my skin feel? Again, a 2, pretty much like it did before I used this spray. And now we wait. Let's test it and see how it wears after 6 hours. And I will check back every 2 hours and let you guys see the updates. So I'm back from my 2-hour check-in, and I think that my face looks very dewy. My oils are starting to break through, and I don't look as dry as I did before. It's a very minimal amount of oil breaking through. It's not breaking down or anything like that. And I'll check back in a few more hours and let you guys see what it looks like at the 4th hour mark. So I'm back for my 4th hour check-in, but really it's been like 4.5. I'm a little bit late, but I am sitting there watching Coachella and doing some homework. But I think that my face looks extremely glowy at this point, especially my forehead. It's like on the edge of being a little bit oily, but that glow has definitely started to come through. It looks a lot more radiant than it did at first. It doesn't feel different, but it certainly looks different. I feel like it looks a little bit more vibrant than it did when I first applied it, and it took a while for it to get to this point. So with me having those products on for 4.5 hours at this point, I feel like it looks better than it did when I first applied it. So I'm gonna check back in an hour and a half, and hopefully I'll be done doing my homework and I can give you guys my final thoughts. So it has now been 6 hours and I am ready to do my final check-in because it is time to take it to bed. How does my skin look? And I'm looking in the mirror. It doesn't look bad, but it is a little bit more oily than some of the other mists have made my skin look after this amount of time. So I think it looks okay. So 2. After 6 hours, how does my skin feel? I'm going to rate this mist a 2. I think my skin feels decent. It's nothing spectacular. It doesn't feel nasty, but it doesn't feel lightweight like some of the other mists have made my skin feel after this amount of time. So I think this mist is overall okay, but the overall score for this mist is here.